Hi, everybody, and welcome to BDST with Toya. I am your book bestie and host, Toya. I am here today with my favorite book bestie. We gonna put the spotlight on Lex today, honey. I'm going to take a moment. I'm going to let her do her spiel. Tell us a little bit about yourself, Miss Ma'am, whenever you're ready.
Oh wow. Like my cheeks hurt from cheesing so bad.
Oh,
So I am Lex.Between the Lines. I am a reader, a reviewer, and I am a podcaster. For the most part, when I read and review, I try to say between the lines, but occasionally, more than occasionally, I do cross them. I'm a dark romance girly. Well, if you would have told me maybe about the beginning of the year what was my favorite genre, I would say dark romance, billionaire. But lately, fantasy and thriller have been taking over my catalog, and so it's kind of like the scales of the different genres. It's not like battle of the genres. So
girl, listen.
yeah,
Listen. So let me ask you. So, what was it? What book or genre? What was it that got you into reading in the first place?
romance. I think it was just really, and it was when I started reading, it was like Marie Force, like soft romance,
Okay.
and it wasn't even like real smut. I know, can you believe it?
So it was like the closed door stuff.
Yes, and then when they did have like scenes and stuff, I felt like
Mm-hmm.
I was like invading. I was just like, and it wasn't even like compared to the stuff I read now.
Mm-hmm.
I would be like looking over my shoulder trying to see if somebody was like watching me read it.
Wait. Okay. So were you young? Is that why you was looking over your shoulder?
No, I wasn't even.
Cause girl, I don't care who stands around.
Like now I don't, but when I first started, like it may be like 3 years now.
Mm-hmm.
Since I've been reading like smut and jumped into the dark romance. But before that, it was like I was ashamed to like girl, you would have thought my daddy was a priest a pastor or something.
Oh my God. Girl. Really?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Mm-mm. Not
I
for me,
know.
honey. Not for me. Okay, let me ask you a question.
Okay.
What is it about horror that you love so much that has pulled you in and kind of taken over?
Child. So in a dark romance, I love like an anti-hero and the things. Horror is introduced like don't judge me.
I promise I won't, because I can't say
So
nothing.
some of the horror and what's crazy is I can read it, but I'm not really like a horror fan like
Mm-hmm.
TV show. But like especially when it's a horror, when it's like a revenge horror and they
Mm-hmm.
go into details and it's like a splatterpunk or splatter, what do they
Okay.
call it?
Splatterpunk.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
when they give more of the details of the unalive. I know that's gonna sound so bad of like the unaliving.
Okay, so you like to hear, you like to read more in depth, like to be able to take your time with the scene.
Hmm. And like they don't hold back. Like there's no closed door violence. They go straight. Yeah, that's why I said don't judge me.
So do you, okay, so let me ask you this question. So do you prefer your horror books to have smut in them, or are you okay with no smut in your horror books?
I'm okay with no smut because I have read some horror and it was like it didn't really flow
Mm-hmm.
with it. It was like random pop ups and stuff. But I like for if it's gonna be in there to kind of flow with it. But for the most part, I can do without smut and horror.
Oh yeah, no, baby, I don't need it.
when the plot is plotting. Toya, I'm telling you, don't miss it. When the plot is plotting, like, and the story is flowing, you don't even miss it.
You know, um, I actually announced on my podcast how I think I may have lied because there are some slow burns that I can handle. It's still, but there's still smut in the slow burns. But I don't know if I can. I may have to try. Well, I mean, there's the one that we read together, and that one didn't have no smut in it.
Which
Um,
one?
the one with Ellen Juniper, that book,
Mm-hmm.
that one
Oh,
didn't
that
have
one
no
definitely
smut,
didn't.
and I enjoyed it. The plot was plotting real well.
I feel like we read another together, and it wasn't really.
Um, the only other one that I read that didn't really was The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. You would think with the title that there would be a whole lot of smut in there, but there was not a whole lot of smut in that book.
That's been on my shelf forever, and I have not tapped into it yet. I know.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I know.
Oh, girl. Okay, so let me ask you this because you are, what do you like to call yourself? Pantropsual?
I
Is that
am.
okay? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So if you could only read one trope for the rest of your life, just one, which trope would it be?
Damn it! Maybe enemies to lovers or a bully. Like, because sometimes enemies to lover and bully be like, I'm like, what's the difference? Well, there is a difference because a bully
Yes.
be more like young adult, and but
Yeah.
maybe an enemies. Just dang it, Toya.
That's your one. That's your one. Are you sure you don't want to change your answer? Do I need to start playing the Jeopardy music?
Oh my god. It's so hard because I like a secret baby too. I know like a lot of people don't like a secret baby, but I love a surprise pregnancy secret baby.
Baby, I love a surprise pregnancy and when they cheating.
And don't have it be a billionaire mixed in.
When it is messy, 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 I love good. Well, you know, because I hate you read messy.
And that's a powerful messy plus billionaire plus
Mm-hmm.
a good and oh and then a jealous ex-girlfriend or one who think that they should have been their spot.
Mm-hmm.
I'm finna eat it up every time.
Okay. So you said that when you started reading the smut, you would kind of look over your shoulder and just kind of see, like, okay, where have you been? What is the wildest place that you have read a smutty book and had to keep a straight face while you read said book?
That was just recently.
Oh, shit.
Girl, my daughter was in like this coronation, and I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
read anywhere I go. So I knew she was like a princess to the queen, and the queen
Mm-hmm.
comes out last, right?
Okay.
So they have all of these other dances and the stuff in between before they even bring the queen out. So I was in the stands reading my book, Blackthorn by JT.
Oh.
Child, I'm up there reading, and it started. I said, and then now, mind you, there are actual people behind me.
So you was Kindle reading.
Yes, I was
Oh,
reading on my phone. And what's crazy is I feel like the lady behind me was kind of reading my stuff. And as I was reading it, I was like, it was a little girl on the side of me, and her ass kept coughing. And she was coughing in my face, so I was kind of like, had I put my jacket kind of like over my mouth and stuff.
mm-hmm.
So I would look at the girl, and then I would look back at the mama like, you ain't gonna say nothing. So sometimes when I'd be looking back, it was like she'll be looking over my shoulder, like at my phone. Girl, I was like, but I still was reading it though, baby. But I was just like, and then my daughter and Monica was sitting on the side, so I really had my phone like I was in school.
Oh my God. And so you was just trying to just kind of, you still, so that means that you still be like kind of watching, making sure ain't nobody.
Cause sometimes my daughter would be like, "What you reading?" And I'd be like, "Mind your business. We got buddy reads together. This ain't one of them."
That's cute. You and your daughter have buddy reads together. Oh, I love it. I love
Oh
it.
man,
Yeah, my daughter ain't reading nothing that's not lyrics to Chris Brown. She don't care. My daughter ain't reading nothing.
she ain't reading it. What?
No, my daughter's not reading anything. She did not pick up the the reading gene. So yeah, because I started when I was 13, honey, and my intro was Eric Jerome Dickey. No,
Not
I shouldn't have been reading no Eric
not
at
your
13.
intro.
Yes, ma'am. I started reading. I started with smut books at 13. Eric Jerome Dickey, Milk in My Coffee.
Child, and I started with like thriller and crime. I don't know if I told you, but my uncle's trifling ex-wife now. She gave me like this box of books, but it was grown-up books. Like you bitch. Like now that I know that she a trifling individual,
Mm-hmm.
I can
Mm-hmm.
understand why it didn't click in her mind. Like I shouldn't give this to a child
Right.
because it had like Kiss the Girls. It was another book in there called God's Other Son, Imus.
Okay.
I couldn't even. I read a few pages of that book, and I gave it to my cousin who shouldn't have been reading either.
Ooh.
I couldn't even deal with that one. And then the Kiss the Girls, and I was like, this ain't like the movie. They went into detail. But
Oh.
because it was like a mystery, like who did it, like who the killer was and stuff like that, I went on ahead and read it. But like the forms of torture and stuff, I was like, what the hell? I should not be reading this. But
But wait, but how old were you at that time?
I was in like sixth grade, sixth,
Oh,
seventh grade. I should not have been reading that. I should not.
let me tell you. Be- Ooh, don't judge me. So I am not um, one of those parents who uh, filters or sugarcoats things for my daughter. I have found that it's easier for me to just be upfront with her. So when my child got into um, ninth grade, I sure did let her read that messy ass book that I gave to you.
No, you didn't.
I did. I did. She was like, "Oh my God!" I was, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Go on and read this book, baby. Go ahead and read this, because at the end of the day, in reality, this is how it is. So we was watching Bad Girls Club and everything
I was
together.
just gonna say it's on TV anyway.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We watched all that stuff, and it was just like it. To me, it worked out in my favor because there were things that her friends were going through that she didn't have to deal with or go through because you got to read and see the mess. Maybe that's why she don't like to read. I done fucked her up.
Oh baby,
I I am the problem
you done
in my
shocked her.
Cardi B
You
voice.
you shocked her sister. Speaking of court, did you hear that new album? Oh, that's so off topic.
Girl, it's okay. And no, I have not. Um, only the one where she was talking about how she was outside. And as a married woman, I don't get to go outside, so I'm just gonna live through her through that song.
Do you hear me? Do you hear me? I don't even have all the problems, but I sure was.
Girl,
Mm-hmm.
pop it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And be talking like as if I do have problems and I don't. I don't know nothing about that. Mm-mm. I am in love, Marvin Gaye. Okay, so let me ask you this question. When it comes to your books,
Hmm.
do you DNF books or do you power through? Like, how far into a book do you get before you DNF it, or you don't DNF it at all? You just kind of push through.
Sometimes I can probably count on one hand, how many books I DNF. And as long as a book is entertaining to me, I'll go ahead and finish it because I'm so nosy. I got to see what the hell is going on at the end. Like, I've probably in my whole like thing of reading, because sometimes
Mm-hmm.
I'll just pause it because I'm a mood reader too, and
Mm-hmm.
sometimes I just don't be in the mood, but I'll pause it and then I'll go back to it. But the books that I did DNF, one of them was like a chapter in, and I
Mm-hmm.
was just like, it felt like homework.
Ooh.
like like I had to piece it together, and then it was just like all of these complex words that I had to go and look up because I didn't know what the hell was going on in the book, because it was like a, and I was just like, I can't do this. I don't know what the hell going on because I don't know these words. And
Right.
it was like a, the main male character was some kind of engineer, and something happened with his girlfriend, but he was working for this tech company and like stuff was going on, and I was just like, okay. But it was just telling like the technical side, like just his job stuff, and I was just like, okay, where the plot, or like what, like I don't give a fuck what's going on in his job and all these words. Like, is somebody picking on him up there? Is he gonna, like, you
Right.
know? And it just was like them explaining what he did at work and stuff, and I was like, how is this gonna pertain to anything? Like, it was just that the whole and I was just like, yeah, I can't even, I didn't, it didn't interest me enough to see where it went.
See, you have an ability to do something, and it leads me into my next question for you. You have this amazing ability about you, um, that I'm gonna be honest, I try to mimic, right? So you're gonna have to break this down for me. How the hell do you keep up with who, what, where, when, why when it comes to these books? Because let me tell you, I will read a book and I got about 72 hours before my brain does a dump on everything that that book was about. I am the person that they talk about on BookTok when you're like, this book is really good, and the FMC and the MMC is really good, and I don't
But I don't know what the fuck happened in the book once I closed it.
know. Baby, you do your videos and stuff, and you have the whole rundown, and you are a multi reader. So, what do you do that allows you to be able to, like, how do you do that?
I don't know. My brain just kind of, I don't know. But I've been like that all through school and stuff. Like, to be able to I don't know. I just say my brain is a multitasker, which in real life, I'm a horrible multitasker. But when it comes to my mind, like processing stories and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
it's just, I don't know.
Oh my
It's
God.
especially when it's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm finna remember even the smallest details, but then I can't tell you what happened yesterday though in my real life.
Child, bye. Listen, I am to the point now where I am taking notes. I will be at work, and I don't care what a defendant is doing. Hold on, because I
You be
have to
taking
write
them.
this scene down. I have to write. I need to write down these names and who they are and who is connected to who and all of that. And then when I get home, I need to plug it into something and type it up, because when it gets to the point where I start doing other stuff, I need to know what I'm talking about.
Now
Because I don't be knowing.
I do highlight in the books and stuff. Like this book that you got me reading, because I had to go back and highlight because I said I know I ain't just read what the fuck I thought I read. That him and Nora, this lady was in the hospital dying, and you and Nora was messing around, and then when this lady died, you married her. So I highlighted that so that when we talk about it, I can go back to my highlight and be like,
Girl,
so I do highlight certain things. that catch my attention in the book and stuff. So that helps too.
So let me ask you, when you are preparing to interview your authors and things like that, because you do your interviews with authors and things like that, is there research and things like that that go into it, or are like what do you do to prepare yourself for that?
Mostly, that's why I try to stick to interviewing the authors that I have read or I'm
Mhm.
familiar with their work.
Mhm.
And so that way the questions kind of form from me reading that instead of just interviewing somebody that I don't know their work, I don't know their, because sometimes I be nosy, especially when I read a good catalog of people,
Mhm.
a good bit of their catalog. And I feel like I know them, and I'm not going to lie, I be going and stalking them and go back. I probably be liking stuff from 2-3 years ago from how you be hitting that. But
Mhm. Mhm.
so that's how I kind of prepare. I read their books, and then I go search their profiles. I'm still waiting to interview like Kira Casey. When I tell you I ran this lady profile at first, because I was like, why I can't find no information on her? So I did like a deep dive, and then I found out that she lives in Shreveport. I said,
Really?
yes. Do you know that's right up the road for
I
me?
was going to say she lived down the block.
I went and stalked this lady profile. I went and found her Facebook, added her as a friend on. I had to be like, "Hey, I'm not a stalker. I'm not a stalker, but
What
yeah,
can we do? What
uh-huh.
can we
I'm still waiting to kind of connect with her, but that's what I do. I go down a rabbit hole,
do?
and
Mhm.
so whenever I have put my questions and stuff together, it be from like the stuff that I've seen them post or the questions that I have that I read from the book that maybe I missed or didn't answer, or a question like one of my questions for Samara, I can't wait to get her in, is what was the actual diagnosis for her character in the book that I read of hers, because it didn't
Mhm.
really it didn't tell like what he was diagnosed with
Mhm.
or what was his exact. So I kind of that's the questions that I kind of ask. That's how I prepare.
So, are you a people person? Is it easy for you to do your interviews and stuff like that, or do you get nervous?
You know what? It's both, but I am I try. I like to say I'm an introvert, but I'm like an introvert extrovert.
Mhm.
Like I really am a people person because I'm a esthetician and I have to
Mhm.
talk and deal with people all day and stuff. But then sometimes I like to be by myself and I'm kind of shy. But when it comes to stuff that I really like or that I really, especially, or if I really know my shit on it,
Mhm.
then it's like, like I'm about to talk your head off.
Right.
So
Then it
yeah,
just flows, and it's real, real
yes,
easy for you.
it is.
Okay. So, what got you into book talk? Like, what took you over there?
So when I got into reading, remember I told you about 3 years ago when I started
Mhm.
reading my dark romances and stuff, and then I was on TikTok, but I was on there for my other business.
Mhm.
And then some kind of way I heard somebody say something about book talk. And so I went and Googled book talk.
Not the Google, honey.
I felt dumb as hell when well, that's why I tell people now when I say, "Oh, are you on Book Talk?" and I say, "Hey, it's just TikTok, but it's just the book
Mhm.
side,"
Mhm.
because I'm thinking that it's an actual app or it's an actual, you know.
Mhm.
And so I went looking for it, and then it was like it's a part of TikTok, and I was like, "Wait, Book Talk is on TikTok, or Book Talk is?" But I was new to TikTok, and I would just post my videos, and I barely knew how to do that. So I started putting it, and then that's when people were like, you could just type in something on TikTok, and then it'll show you like
Mhm.
everything that's like related to it and stuff. So I said, let me start putting in some of these books and stuff that I'm reading, because maybe there are other people out there who are reading this, and I can kind of,
Mhm.
you know, and that opened up the floodgates. When I found people who like the same books, and there was no shame, and we could talk about like what? I could talk about this unaliving or the things that this anti-hero or this MMC did, and we know in real life that is not okay. But in this
Right.
situation, in this fictional world, girl, we here.
So I have a confession. I have a confession. Just a little bit. You are what inspired me to show my face on my BookTok.
What?
So what happened was originally when I started, um, like I said, I've been reading forever. So I was like, I had taken a break from social media from October to January from all forms of social media. Um, and I was just reading. And then I was like, I saw something before I ended my social media and did my break about BookTok, and I had researched it and was like, oh, okay, I'm going to join this when I come back. So I had everything. I had gone to Hobby Lobby, Marshalls. I had gone to Michael's and was buying all this stuff because I'm like, I'm going to do an account and it's going to be faceless. And when you look up stuff on social media for Book Talk, you get all the pretty backgrounds and everything so colorful and
Mm,
coordinated, and there's no form of chaos when you first go and look up Book Talk. It's like, okay, so I was going to do that. I was going to take pictures. I was not going to show my face. And then I came across your page. And I was like, oh, okay. Well, I'm going to follow her. I don't know why. I think it was because when I'm talking about books, I can be very animated in what I'm saying. And I felt like I don't know how these people are going to accept the fact that I am animated as fuck. When it comes to these books, I can get real loud and start clapping, and words come out. There's probably not where you're not gonna find the words in the dictionary, but you heard what I said, and you know what I said. You heard me. Don't play with me. So I'm looking, and I'm looking at your page, and I'm like, I can do that. She did that. I can do that. And then I started talking to you, and I was like, oh, I like her. She is fun. I'm about to mimic the shit out this page. Baby, she gonna be like, you better not take nothing else. And I didn't take anything, but it was just more so an inspiration. So thank you, because everybody see my face. Because baby, I was not gonna show my face, honey. Mine was gonna be all cute with the pretty pictures and everything else. And then the more I started looking, and the more I was seeing more people that just posted real book stuff. It wasn't let me color coordinate all of this.
oh man.
And I was real happy that there was no color coordination. It was just you, just on there. So thank you.
Oh my god.
Look, how does it feel to be on the other side of this?
You see me? I'm like, don't do not cover up your face. I'm like, oh my god, stop. I'm blushing. You were like, oh, so I'm like,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Look, inspiring people. Was that the goal?
it was I was just out here to make book friends. To talk about some of the stuff that I like and then get like side eye for it.
Mm-hmm.
But you just added to my day. Like, what?
Uh-huh. That's how I started, honey. When I started this book app, I was on Drake, no new friends. We wasn't doing it. I was like, I'm just gonna get on here and post some book stuff and let me see what they talking about.
And
Because I think the first book that I posted about was 365 days. I was like, okay, here we go. But then it turned into something else, honey. And then and then poof, here you come. God was like, let me go ahead and put this girl in your lap real quick, so that way you can do what the hell I need you to do.
and look how everything lined up and what we're doing now.
Yes, and it's absolutely amazing. It really is.
He sends help. He sends help. Mm-hmm.
Cause child, yeah, I'd have never thought I'd have had this damn floor to ceiling bookshelf in here. But I was happy with my three little bookshelves. Like, oh, we'll figure out how to get this, baby. I got on BookTok, and they was like, and here's 86,000 more books for you to be trying to add. So,
All
mm-hmm,
these new releases, and then all of these recommendations on top of the new releases.
girl,
What? Like what?
listen. So, I'm gonna play a little game with you. We are going to do a little bit of this or that because the last time we did this or that, I had you stumped, and it was a Tell Me Tuesday post. So I'm like, oh no, we're gonna play this little game real quick with you and see. Okay, you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. This or that, ebook or a physical copy?
Ebook. Because I can read it anywhere. Ebook.
You know, mm-mm. I want the physical copy. Okay. So, do you prefer a series or standalone?
I'll take a series. I could do either or, but I do like a series.
Okay.
But I like the series where it kind of carries over into like the same, like you know how they do like the different couples and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
do like the same couple going through the series and stuff. But I'll take a series with the different friends, especially if they're interested.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna try to answer that because I don't have the answer for you. So, okay. So there are two narrators that are very popular in the book world. So, Corbin King or Teddy Hamilton? Mm-hmm.
Corbin King.
Corbin, really? Really? Oh, over Teddy.
I don't know. That was a hard one.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Well, whew.
I want to kind of draw back my answer, but
Girl, does it depend on the book? Because for me, it depends on the book.
it's the boys.
It depends. It depends on which one. It really do. Whew. Well, this has been a whole lot of fun.
It has.
I appreciate you doing this interview and being on the other side of this hot seat, chat.
It's so different being on the other side of being like interviewee
Mm-hmm.
instead of the interviewer. Yeah.
Because you can't, how you prepare, I think, might be a little bit different. So, it's okay. It's okay.
I like this. This was a good experience though. This
Yes.
this was a really good experience.
Well, I'm happy I
Hmm.
provided a good experience, honey. This works. Oh, well, thank you everyone for joining us. I have had an amazing time talking with Lex. You guys can find her on her where? Where can they find you, darling?
They can find me on TikTok and Instagram and on Facebook as Lex.Between the Lines. That's BTW.
All right. Thank you so much, and you guys enjoy your evening. Bye.